Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about, or rather, I'm going to give feedback or the critical review on how the semester went in context of learning health economics. So first of all, for me personally, the whole healthcare module or learning health economic has been quite fascinating. It has been very informative, and I also had a lot of fun along the way. So I was particularly drawn to the discussion of how intricate or complex the healthcare system is in reality, and how different models and theories are created in order to explain the real reality. For example, in the discussion where Kinga talked about the single player system, such as which exist in places like Canada, where they assess and they have problem, or they have trouble assessing the cost, the access to healthcare, and also the benefits. So learning that and learning all that in terms of reality, connecting it with reality, real life examples have been quite interesting and engaging, I would say. And uh, I would say that it has broadened my perspective in terms of economics in general, and how the health sector, which I didn't know was as complicated as we had discussed. So how this two economics principles and healthcare sectors interplay with each other. So that learning all that has been, the whole process has been quite fun and informative, I would say. So for the key concepts that was memorable, or which I found quite informative, was learning about the cost benefit analysis, which we learned in the later part of our module. So the learning that cost benefit analysis can be applied in healthcare sectors was quite informative. For example, for instance, the cost benefit analysis is a tool I knew in general that it would help assess the cost and benefit of certain projects or certain interventions or policies. But in terms of healthcare sectors, we studied about how each preventions or each intervention, how it affects the healthcare outcomes of the people or society in general. So that was quite informative. We had examples such as Rand and Oregon, which was which stated that vaccinations and preventive healthcare was more essential than actually providing solution healthcare. So the essential need for preventive healthcare and its benefits, such as it not only solves the short-term problem, but it also has a long-term impact on a person's healthcare. It prevents further cost and expenditures and time put into the into healthcare, into tackling the healthcare problem. So that was quite informative. So I could see through this cost and benefit analysis how we can use it to find solutions, or how we can have a practical implications of economic theories in healthcare sectors for more efficient allocations of resources and our time. So in terms of challenges, at first when I was studying the module, the introduction part of it, madam explained how complex healthcare system can be, and how in reality it may be more intricate than we explain or discuss in the class. So that part was quite confusing for me, as the healthcare market is quite different from the other market that we know of in economics, such as the goods market or the service market. So understanding that dynamic of the healthcare market was quite confusing and hard for me at first. But for example, the Affordable Care Act introduced in US, or many other insurance schemes, I was questioning myself, why would they introduce that stuff, or why was there a need for such stuff especially the insurance policies and schemes. So but after like discussing more and learning more, dwelling into the chapters again and again, I could see like the examples discussed, such as the adverse selection problem, the moral hazard problem in the class, and also in the VLE discussion. I could understand like the need for economic principles to be applied in healthcare system, and how these economic principles such as moral hazard and adverse selection, it can also explain the consumers' odd behavior in terms of selections or purchasing healthcare services and products. So that did explain or make me learn something new and understand the complex healthcare sector market, which was at first quite difficult to understand and apprehend. So that was the challenge I had, but which was later solved through more discussions, more learning, and more research. So what was special about this module or this semester? First of all, the healthcare economics in general was quite fun. I got the opportunity to learn more about the healthcare systems, how it runs, the dynamics of it, the intricacies of it, and how like economics policies or economics theories and principles could be applied to this for more efficiency or to explain certain behaviors. So that was quite informative. And the special thing that I could think of is, first of all, the assignments were quite good, I would say, like how they were placed and the questions. For example, in one of the early assignments, we were assigned to come up with the healthcare policies, research on our own, and select a country and assess and give a background information about the interventions and the country's healthcare system. So that was quite good and informative. For instance, like not only I did on India, which India and the malpractice existence of malpractice in that, and the prevention made by the state to counter that. So I got to learn more about the Indian healthcare systems, its prevention, its interventions and all, and learning about other people's assignment. Reading theirs was quite good as well, because apart from Bhutan, we have a universal healthcare. So we tend to kind of ignore the healthcare market in terms of this, but learning about other countries, the diversity of healthcare market, and how like different policies should be applied or could be applied, assessing its impact and everything, all of that was quite fun and informative and quite good, I've said. And one thing, and another thing that I could say was quite special about this module was the VLE discussion. For say, like I could see like apart, like before comparing to previous semesters, students like the third year, my classmates were quite proactive in terms of this semester's discussion. So while reading the discussion, I could see like the information they were providing was quite good, and like I learned everything. I learned something new every week in every week's discussion. Like people would explain their opinion, their stance, their the concept that they learned. They would provide examples that they heard of or researched. And personally for me, I also found myself like debating or researching and looking more into like what do I think, like which one is the best, and arguing. So that was quite fun. So that was more than what the module had. So learning something new was quite good. So I could say that the overall experience has been quite fun, engaging, and as well as informative. That's it. Thank you. And I'd like to personally thank Madam Singh for putting such so much effort in teaching us the healthcare module. She Madam did go beyond what was required. The assignment allocations, the discussions, even the VLE participation, the vlogs and everything. I feel like at a point it was quite tasking. We had to do a lot more stuff, but in a way I feel like everyone learned a lot. So it has been quite informative and engaging as well, and the classes were most of the time it was engaging and fun, so I had a very good experience. Thank you.